golfer. I don't know about you, but this Little League World Series has had some of the best baseball I've ever seen.
Well, it was definitely better than the Gorilla in the Cape.
Gary, back to you.
Phineas, thank you very much. Enjoying the baseball. No score here. Japan and Mexico. And in the United States, Phineas and Ferb ranks as TV's #1 animated series with kids 6 to 11 and the tweens 9 to 14.
You can watch it on Disney XD too and Disney Channel.
I've never had Phineas throw back to me before.
No,
it's amazing.
If you turn your TV on at 8 a.m., you can see them. That's when they're on.
Well, there's a good reason why I haven't seen them. We've had some offensive performances today, including a lot of the long balls. Pitching-wise, they're down 5 2/3, a run on 6 hits in that one, a 3-1 win over Washington for Connecticut. Texas, Jake Orlando, a perfect day at the plate, 5 RBIs. Texas had an 8-0 lead at one point in that game over Minnesota. And Valentin came away with a 2 for 2, 5 RBIs, 2 home runs with a victory for Puerto Rico over Germany.
Peñalosa and Mr. Mizumachi could be a star of the game here. These two pitchers, the way they're going at it. And I'm going to learn to pronounce their names quicker if they continue to do well.
It's very good. I'll do that. That's good.
Because I'll get more practice.
That's right. Japan's a visiting team, and we'll lead it off here in the 3rd inning with Saito, their #9 hitter.
I need Hooked on Phonics for adults.
Takeshi Saito. Get that for you.
You're better.
Now he's showing bunt here. Didn't mean it though as he pulled it back. He was taking a pitch even though he was behind. And the count goes to 2 strikes on him.
It doesn't take you long to understand this is going to be small ball to try and squeak a run out one side or the other. And the pitch count's going to come in because the maximum they can throw is 85 pitches. They can go over 85 pitches if they're in the beginning of a batter they started prior to 85, but those pitch count clocks there in the dugouts over the heads of both managers, keeping track of how many the pitchers have thrown.
And a great stop at second base, Rodriguez. Wow. That's robbing Saito of a base hit.
Well, Saito hits this ball so hard, you have a step and a dive, and you have to get your glove out there. You've got to get it open. It's a nice little breaking ball. Stays behind it. A one-hopper, one-step, crossover, dive. Let your body momentum turn you towards first base. Throw them out from your knees. Talk about accomplished, advanced play. Web gem right there.
Daniel Rodriguez getting it done.
Okay.
Now we'll get a substitute here as they're going to try and get some of these reserve players in. Fuji. Shodai Fuji is going to get a hit here. While they do that, we'll remind you of the rule, Oral.
Well, different pitch count rules. Little League continues to adapt, and they're more conservative this year. They have more plateaus that pitchers need rest. They've eliminated the games, and it's all completely on days rest, depending on which limit you go to. And on the mound for Mexico, 36 pitches, so 2 days rest or more already. But I think both clubs know that this is a very important game. Double elimination, 1 loss. The last time somebody got a loss in their first game and went on to move on was Venezuela in 2000. So this is a huge game for both these teams.
Sojai Fuji is on as a pinch hitter in the leadoff spot with 1 down and nobody on here in the 3rd inning. 4-11, and he's scrunching down. Trying to draw a walk, obviously. The pitch will miss outside, and a 2-ball, 1-strike count.
Early in the tournament, we get a glimpse at some of these premier teams, and we really look forward to these could be the championship teams. But these teams can't move out together. Only one team will come out of this pool. And, with this pool play the way it is in double elimination, sometimes you look at the team from the Caribbean, sometimes you look at the team from Japan, Chinese Taipei, and Mexico as the premier teams on the international side.
Fastball right there, and a 3-ball, 2-strike count.
I'll tell you, this is the thing. This is my 7th year here, Gary. This is the thing that makes me keep coming back. Just the quality of play of these kind of kids. It's absolutely amazing.
Here's a 3-2 delivery, and there's another one. 6 strikeouts for Penaloza. Now, we wondered why our folks visiting from other planets are dressed the way they are. Why don't we find out what's going on down there?
Well, I'm here, Gary, with the colorful people from Mexico. They took a 36-hour drive in a bus to get here. I know all the families have a great effort to get here, but they took 36 hours to get to Williamsport, and they did their own costumes.
Yes, we did. It took us 36 hours, and it's well worth it. We came to support all of our friends and kids, and I mean, it's a dream come true. They worked very hard, and we could have, if I would have taken 50 hours, we still could have come here.
Tell me about your costume. What is it?
It's a jalapeno.
So you are the jalapeno family?
Yes, I'm the mama of the jalapeno.
You're the mama of the jalapeno. Why a jalapeno?
Because it's in Mexico, we like it, and it's hot, so.
Everything hot in Mexico. Back to you guys.
Why did we not get that?
I love it. Absolutely. Adriana, thank you. Makes all the sense in the world.
Don't eat the seeds. They're extra hot. Stay away from the seeds.
Love the outfits. 36 hours on a bus.
And it's really mean to give somebody a glass of water after they eat one and it's too hot in their mouth. It just spreads it around.
Which you've done before, obviously. Yes. Noramatsu, who struck out his first time up at the plate. 2 down here in the 3rd inning. Penaloza's got 6 strikeouts. Just missed being fair down the line. 1 single picked up in the ball game for Japan so far. That's it, and that is the only hit in the ball game. There's been 1 walk, accounting for the other base runners. 2 were left on in the 2nd inning. Enrique Penaloza just throwing gas out there in a visit to the mound.
This might be about pitch selection. They're really not hitting your fastball. If we're going to throw a breaking ball, we really want to bounce it. Just, if you're going to throw your fastball, just throw it. They're having trouble with it.
Are they ever?
When you're throwing hard and you're able to throw your breaking ball for a strike or bounce it when you want, you can get 6 Ks from the heat. Very smooth, easy gas and delivery that's mimicked both with the fastball and the curveball. Consistent release point, consistent delivery, and that really makes it hard.
There's a little chopper that comes fair. Wow. There's a ball that was fouled and rolled fair. You don't see that very often, and that's going to be a base hit.
Yep, the spin actually brought this ball back. Let's see how it kicks. Comes out, it starts foul, and then the spin brings it back. Not only maybe a clump of dirt, but just the spin.
Noramatsu gets the base hit. He is on at first with the 2nd hit for Japan. There are 2 down, however. Ogasawaru, who is their number 3 hitter, he grounded out his first time out. Ichiro Ogasawaru with an 0-1 count. This is a breaking ball. 0-2. That's not fair.
You know, the breaking ball that starts at the hitter, it really does make them flinch. The one they're having a chance to put a piece of the bat on is the one that starts over the plate and stays on the plate.
Then come back with a heater, but he gets a base hit. Ogasawaru gets a single. And over to 3rd base with a runner going, Noramatsu. And so Japan with 2 down has runners at 1st and 3rd and back-to-back singles. Cavato's got it in there as fast as he could, but Noramatsu went around 2nd, not intending to stop. Little League is the world's largest organized youth sports program. More than 2.5 million kids playing in all 50 states and 80 other countries. For more info on how you can sign up or to start a Little League baseball and softball program in your community, go to www.littleleague.org. Well, the first hit was picked up by Mizomachi. Stolen base opportunity, maybe 2 down. Do you send a runner?
I don't. Mizumachi is their best hitter. This is the pitcher. This is the best athlete on the team. This is the guy that hit the line drive to right field for the base hit.
1-0 delivery. Mizumachi will take that first strike. You really don't want to take the bat out of his hands and have the final out recorded at 2nd base. I don't think.
He hit the ball so hard that if he'd have got it in the air at all, it would have gone almost 300 feet, I would say.
1-1 fastball. Izamachi will take and gets ahead on the count. 2 balls and 1 strike.
I pitch him very tough no matter what. It's pretty humid here right now, but he came prepared with little white sock to clean those goggles off.
And asked for the timeout to make sure the runners didn't take off.
Yeah.
Throwing heat, throwing strikes. Rene Cedillo out of New Mexico, the home plate umpire, 18 years experience as an ump, made sure they got the timeout for that. And that is going to be swung on and missed as he got it down in a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Izamachi. He hangs in. I mean, he's getting good cuts. It's just a matter of can you catch up with this fastball. The 2-2 delivery.
Well, you've got 2-2, and that man on third puts the pressure on the catcher. If he calls the breaking ball, if the fastball's on the wrong side of the plate, you've got to have the reactions to get a glove on it.
2-ball, 2-strike count. Runners at first and third. It's going to miss outside. I was thinking, looking at these great uniforms, they're provided by Little League International. We understand this year, for the first time, the youngsters are actually going to be able to keep their uniforms, which has not been the case in the past. Boy, what a great souvenir that is.
And we've seen some different number combinations because of that. The kids can actually almost select their number. It used to be kind of go in consecutive order as far as height from 1 to about 12 or 13, but larger numbers this year, 24.
3-2, 2 down, 2 on. And the bases are loaded. So after there were 2 away, 2 singles and a walk have loaded the bases. And it was the second walk of the ball game. The final game of the first day of the 64th Annual Little League World Series as Japan takes on Mexico. Great to have you with us. And a big crowd on hand tonight as this is the 12th Little League World Series meeting between these 2 countries. And we are going to get another pinch hitter here as they try and get people in. Came in as a defensive replacement. Now will get his at bat. Kotaro Kamiruka. Kamiruka will take the pitch outside. What a time to come to the plate. The base is loaded and 2 down in a scoreless game, 3rd inning.
And you're going to need to throw a strike right here. They're just trying to find a run anyway, and they'll take it with a walk.
And that will send the catcher Mata to the mound here. Talk with Penaloza. Our ball game now getting into brunch time on Saturday in Japan. It's 10 o'clock, Tokyo.
You're just starting to roll out of bed.
Brunch time.
Brunch time.
Not a good time to get up.
Still 3 square meals a day. Just call the first one brunch.
And the last one late. Here's the 2-0 delivery. Shows bunt taking all the way. That is in there for a strike.
Well, that's a huge pitch right there. To settle in and to throw a strike 2-0 with bases loaded, and you're pitching against a team where you know the young man's throwing a no-hitter on the other side and may not give up a run.
Yannikor waiting. 2-1 delivery. Fouled off on a pitch that came inside. You notice how the kids from Japan, in particular, the discipline on this team has long been noted at the Little League World Series. After every pitch, they stand out of the box, and they take a respectful look down to third base. There's never a pitch where that doesn't happen. They don't forget to do that. Here's the 2-2 delivery, and swung on and missed. A big strikeout. That's 7. Penaloza, with 7 Ks in the game, will leave the bases loaded, and the game remains scoreless. Japan-Mexico in a great pitching duel.
México, México, México!